Hey, everybody. We're back with another episode this week. We got something real special. Rick's back with us, too, to celebrate the specialness.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Rick, but personally, I love Halloween.
It is one of my favorite holidays just because, like, it doesn't cost me anything. And I like horror movies and, like, you know, supernatural stuff. And I get a kick out of it. It doesn't cost me anything because I don't get any trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, I love dressing up and scaring the piss out of people. So every day's Halloween in this house.
Yeah.
So, as it should be, we threw together one hell of a Halloween podcast for y'all.
Yes, we did.
You know, I'm rather excited. We put this up on Facebook. We got quite a few responses, too.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of, like, input for this one. There's a lot of requests on this. It was very tough to make the final call of what got on, though.
Yeah, it was. Some of the stuff that was requested didn't necessarily meet the criteria, if you will. So we didn't get it all on there because, you know, first of all, we ran out of time. And second of all, we were pretty stringent on our criteria because there was so many songs. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to thank everybody for their feedback and contributing because, man, if we could have you guys do this all the time, this would be an absolutely awesome adventure.
Yeah, excellent idea. And, like, you know, what I like about it is when they tell us about bands I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I get to discover new stuff.
Exactly. Like, we get a lot of feedback from Australia, man. I love hearing that Australian feedback because I'm not there. I don't know this stuff, so.
Yeah.
So, everybody, you got something to say? Make sure your voice is heard because we're always listening. That first track, though, was a tune by the Melbourne Ska Orchestra, speaking of Australia. And if you're not old enough to recognize it, that was the Munsters theme song, which was a pretty cool show from when I was just a wee lad.
Wee lad? Dude, that predated you.
Yeah, but that's one of the first shows I remember on TV.
Oh yeah, I used to watch it all the time. You know, it was still, you know, it was so old. It's in black and white. You know, it was a great show.
Absolutely a great show. But you know, we got a lot of tunes to plow through here. We start off at just about 3 hours, so we got it down around 2. Got to fit into the boot, if you will. So we're just gonna roll in some more tunes here. Being we didn't kick it off old school style, this first one is a classic track from Laurel Aitken.
The witch doctor from Amsterdam. I put a spell on you. If you don't leave me alone, I'll put boogie woogie in your bone. I am the black magic man. If you don't leave me alone, I will put boogie woogie in your bone. The witch doctor speaks his mind. I put a spell on you. You sick, I can make you sad, I can make you glad, and I can make you mad. The witch doctor speaks his mind. I can put a spell on you. In France, Italy, Spain, Germany, and Belgium. And if you don't leave me alone, I will put boogie woogie in your bone. Ha 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 ha. I am a witch doctor from Amsterdam.
I remember how it used to be, and all the things you said to me. You always taught me right from wrong. Till you went on the killing spree and killed your family. Why is this the way things have to be? Tell me, Smiley, how could it be true? The things they say that they knew, I can't believe it. What has happened to you? I took my time while thinking it through, digging for facts, believing in you. Smiley, but give me a clue why they said it was you. I can't accept it. Tell me it's not true, 'cause you were once so good to me. Oh, Mr. Smiley, tell me how it could be.
They thirst for your flesh. They hunger for your brains.
When he screamed, turn on the heat. Scream, burn this place down. The devil if he punch him in the face. Good drink and sick back, never mind the case. Don't know how to skateboard, that's just a fucking rock. Most of all, they got no balls and don't know how to walk.
boxers should be. And as for the stabbing, well, stranger things happen at sea. Don't you be worried, my friend. Women and children were safer back then. Never be shaming the torture and maiming of men. Here we go again.
And we are back. What'd you think of that there, Rick?
That was a nice set of tunes there.
Yeah, I thought so too. I really like starting the show with an old school track, but I guess the second tune in, I can live with that. That was The Witch Doctor from Amsterdam by Laurel Aitken.
Yeah, I actually when I first got into Laurel Aitken, I grabbed like some giant CD of like hits type thing.
Okay.
And that was one of the tunes on there that I really dug when I first started listening to it.
Nice. And then after that was Mustard Plug doing Mr. Smiley.
Yeah, Mustard Plug.
Yeah, I know. Neither you or I are terribly into them, but it was not a half bad track.
No, it was actually a decent track. I'm not going to throw too much shade on them for that. It was a decent track, and it gives us an opportunity to mention once again, Supernova is coming up next year.
Yeah, June 13th and 14th.
And Mustard Plug will be amongst the many acts playing there.
That's right. You know, it's kind of like a 90s ska reunion.
Yeah, there is a lot of 90s bands. There are some newer bands, too, though, that I'm digging, so.
Yeah, there is. Definitely some new bands, but there's a lot of 90s stuff there.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I think...
well, they got to play to their strengths, that's like the core audience.
Yeah, but I mean, that would be us, and we like a lot of new stuff.
We do, yes.
So, speaking of new stuff,
yeah.
the next band was the Hemp Studies with When the Dead Are Undead. Then we had a classic tune by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Devil's Night Out. Did The Strange Tale of Sid the Strangler by Sonic Boom 6. And we wrapped it up with Wild Man Rhythm, and the name of that track was Halloween Ska.
That was good tunes. I Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Devil's Night Out. I think that album or the second album was the first Boss Tones album I grabbed, and I didn't even know what the hell it was.
And it took you 4 years before you could understand their accents.
Yeah. Boston.
So, what do you think, man? More tunes, or do we want to BS some more?
I don't know. We basically said what we had to say about these tunes. I like Sonic Boom 6 more than you probably. We kind of talked about that while I was playing.
Well, I don't know too much about Sonic Boom 6, so I'm just recently getting acquainted with them.
I like them. They're not 100% ska, as I was saying. They have a lot of different influences in there.
Right.
But they're a real fun band, especially if you get to see them live, which I had one chance to do when they played at Supernova. Again, bringing it back to that Supernova vibe.
That's right. So, yeah, and the Hemp Studies were cool. They did like a Patty Rock thing last year down in Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get there. They're going to do another one this year.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I like some of the tunes I've heard from them so far. We've played a couple of their songs on the show.
Yeah, they're a good band, and they're from Connecticut, so that makes pseudo-local.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, where we're at, we're kind of close to everything on the East Coast. So.
Yeah.
But, all right. I said enough.
Yeah. Let's kick back into another set. People didn't tune in to listen to us. They want to hear some songs.
Yeah. So coming up for you next is a track by, it wouldn't be a Rocksteady Tonight show if we didn't have the Slackers. So let's kick it. Back with you all shortly.
So here it comes, living a pyramid. If you ask me why his name, I feel me with such dread. Well, I said why, Eskimo knows it always colored red. I said why, 'cause she's a mummy. He always watching from up on that hill with a beady little triangle Egypt eye on the back of your dollar bill. And if the devil himself don't get him, well, Lord knows one day I will. I said, watch out, 'cause she's a mummy. Some call it robbery, some call it rape. Or when they call you up now, baby, I beg you don't be late. 'Cause he gonna wrap you up all in his red tape when it starts to calculate. I said, watch out, 'cause she's a mummy. When you see him coming, Lord, you better get. If you don't know what he wants, his name rhymes with it. Mummy, he gonna rally you up, baby.
closing in on every side. They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial. Now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Yeah, yeah. All through the night, I'll save you from the shadow on the screen. I'll make you see. 'Cause I can thrill you more than any fool could ever did. So let me hold you tight and share a Girl, I can thrill you more than any fool could ever did. So let me hold you tight and share a killer thriller.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without a soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell or rot inside a corpse's shell. The foulest hedge is in the air. The funk of 40,000 years. And grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
This is Dracula, Prince of Darkness. You better run. I'm going to destroy me, Dracula. Me, Dracula. Run. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Run. Dracula. Me, Dracula. I'm going to take
This house is haunted. And to clean it up, professional help is wanted. You came to the right address. I'll get rid of all that mess. They all fear my name from here to kingdom come. You need an exorcist, a paranormal scientist, who will face the frightening apparitions without fear. Oh yeah, I am an exorcist, a certified specialist. Whiskey, gin, rum, and beer, I'll make the spirits disappear. Even there in California, there were some good old friends of mine. They suspected some malicious ghosts in their old cellar of wine. From the brims right to the dregs, I purified those wicked kegs. Now they haven't had that spirit there since 1969. You need an exorcist, a paranormal scientist, who will face the frightening apparitions without fear. I am an exorcist, a certified specialist. Whiskey, gin, rum, and beer, I'll make the spirits disappear. Scientists who will face the frightening apparitions without fear. I am an exorcist, a certified specialist. Whiskey, gin, rum, and beer, I'll make the spirits disappear.
Yeah.
All right. We're back again. That was a pretty fun set we just threw out before we kicked it off with a track by the Slackers, because it's just not a Rocksteady Tonight podcast unless we get a track of there by the Slackers.
Absolutely. You always have to have Slackers.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. Couldn't agree with you more.
The Slackers, I've never heard a bad Slackers tune.
Yeah, the only bad Slackers tune I've heard is when somebody's covering it poorly.
Yeah, and I can see how that would go. You can mess it up real easy, not being a slacker.
Absolutely. After that, we had the Toasters doing Frankenska and the Easy All-Stars with Thriller. That was a request, if I'm not mistaken.
That might have been a request. The Thriller. I know Frankenska was a request. That was I have to look the guy's name up because I can't remember things. It's not my job to remember. But that was a request. I'll look that up shortly.
But you know, the Thriller 2 was pretty good. I mean, I'll go on record saying that I actually enjoy the original by Michael Jackson, and I'm not much of a Michael Jackson fan either, you know?
No, I was listening to that album last night. I have the original album. It's I picked it up used, and I really, that was a great album. After that, I kind of lost it with him. His career kind of went off in this weird, like, you know, repetitive loop, and then his personal life exploded into like some kind of creep show. So
yeah. So it can be what it is. We'll appreciate Thriller for where it was and when it was.
Yeah. When I was a kid, everyone wanted that Michael Jackson jacket.
Yeah. When I was a kid, a lot of kids had it. So
yeah,
I wasn't one of them. I was kind of poor, so I didn't get that kind of stuff. But that's all right. I'm probably a better adult for it.
Right. It was, by the way, the Frankenska track was requested by Recon Paul, and he said he better get a credit. So there's your credit, Paul. We're acknowledging that you requested that track.
You can cash that credit in at the Rocksteady Tonight store when we open one. You can buy us a Guinness.
Yes.
After that, we had Dracula Prince of Darkness by King Horror, and you have some insight into that track.
Right. So King Horror was produced by Laurel Aiken, and it was always thought to be somebody by the name of Davey who did it. But there's a lot of speculation that King Horror was actually just Laurel Aiken, and that was just a pseudonym so that he could do some like more off the wall stuff. Like the Loch Ness Monster track with all the shrieking and screaming, you know, and I like it. It's a lot of fun, the King Horror tracks.
Yeah, it works. So and that was a pretty fun track too. So whoever it was, I'm glad they recorded it.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we had Skankenstein by Loafers, Dr. Ringding Skavaganza doing The Exorcist.
Yeah, making spirits disappear. I can really relate to that, Phil.
I like to make spirits disappear too.
Yeah.
Then we had Astro Zombie by Craig A. Sharp.
I love that track. I don't know anything about Craig A. Sharp. We tried looking some stuff up. We couldn't find it.
Yep.
So if anyone has a line on it, let us know. I'd like to learn more.
Yeah, you can get hold of us on our social media. We got Instagram and Facebook, Rocksteady Tonight, or you can go to our brand new YouTube page. It's Rocksteady Tonight Podcast, or you can just email us and save yourself all the trouble in the world. It's rocksteadytonight007@gmail.com. And then we close that with the Planet Smashers, and the name of that song was Attack of the Planet Smashers. Kind of reminds me of War of the Worlds, so I dig it.
Yeah, and they will be at Supernova.
And it's going to be a horror show.
A good one, though, hopefully.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that a lot. So
I hope it doesn't, like, incessantly rain like it did last time I went to one.
You know, if anybody's going and you're looking for hotels, man, you better get on it, because I've been looking for one, and I think anything good is already sold out, and the rest look like a complete shit show. So,
oh yeah, the hotels are going quick down there. You might just have to like camp on the beach.
So you're gonna need lots of whiskey.
Yeah. And it's at a brewery, so that's always a bonus too.
Yeah,
for me.
Anyways, we got more tunes here. We're gonna kick the next track off with a tune by the Holophonics. So stick around, and we'll be back with you all in a while. Cheers, everybody.
It was a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams, where the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun.
pumpkin song.
I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go. Walking with the dead man over my shoulder. I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go. Walking with the dead man over my shoulder. Waiting for an invitation to arrive. Going to a party when no one's still alive. Waiting for an invitation to arrive. Going to a party when no one's still alive. I was struck by lightning. Walking down the street, I was hit by something last night in my sleep. It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's coming, leave your body at the door. Leave your body and soul at the door. Don't run away, it's only me. It's only me. I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go. Walking with the dead man, with the dead man. Waiting for an invitation to arrive. Walking with the dead man, the dead man. I got my best suit and my tie. A shiny silver dollar on either eye. I hear the chauffeur coming to my door. He says there's room for maybe just one more. I was struck by lightning. Walking down the street, I was hit by something last night in my sleep. It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's coming, leave your body at the door. Leave your body and soul at the door. Don't run away, it's only me. Don't be afraid of what you can see. Don't run away, it's only me. Don't be afraid of what you can see.
You're listening to Boot Boy Radio. Pride, style, and unity since 1969.
I was a
wasting my life away. I ate my way through junior high and chewed on half my class. I swallowed my books and my uniform, but somehow I managed to pass. I fell in love with the girl next door, but I came on far too strong. I bit off her nose on her very first date, so that didn't last too long. I was a teenage zombie, but I'm not a teenager today. A high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away. I stumbled around in the middle of the night. I slept in an open grave. My counselor said I was out of control. I simply refused to behave. I didn't fit in with the other kids. They said that I was strange. But after one bite, they were just like me, and they all began to change. I was a teenage zombie, but I'm not a teenager today. A high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away. I was a teenage zombie, but I'm not a teenager today. A high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away. I ate my way through junior high, I chewed on half my class. I swallowed my books and my uniform, but somehow I managed to pass. I fell in love with the girl next door, but I came on far too strong. I bit off her nose on her very first date, so that didn't last too long. I was a teenage zombie, but I'm not a teenager today. A high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away. Today, high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away. I was a teenage zombie, but I'm not a teenager today. A high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away. I was a teenage zombie, but I'm not a teenager today. A high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away. I was a teenage zombie, but I'm not a teenager today. A high school dropout zombie, wasting my life away.
Amigo, why do you dig a hole? It's no hole, brother. It's your grave.
They rule the streets in the dark of night. They're coming out in broad daylight. Turn on your TV, they're on the news today. Their eyes are white, their bodies cold. The living dead, their thoughts controlled. Identity removed and thrown away. Everywhere I look, there's killer zombies screaming out and trying to track me down. I can't take those killer zombies. They're looking for me all around this town. The politicians all possessed, their judgment gone, all thoughts repressed. They never do a thing now, you know why. Lock the door, turn off the lights. They could be out there tonight, and you could be the next victim to cry. Everywhere I look, there's killer zombies screaming out and trying to track me down. I can't take those killer zombies. They're looking for me all around this town. Everywhere I look, there's killer zombies screaming out and trying to track me down. I can't take those killer zombies. They're looking for me all around this town. Don't call a cop, he could be one. Be careful when you turn that radio on. They're sending signals right into your brain. They're plugging in and turning off, giving up, they've had enough. Zombie power rules the waves again. Everywhere I look, there's killer zombies screaming out and trying to track me down. I can't take those killer zombies. They're looking for me all around this town. Everywhere I look, there's killer zombies screaming out and trying to track me down. I can't take those killer zombies. They're looking for me all around this town. They're looking for me all around this town. They're looking for me all around this
A little story about a prom queen, another one. She was she's supposed to be. Well, sure, she kinda came home with me that night, but I had no intention of taking her life. Well, she kinda got out of line, and with a flash of my switchblade knife, I knew she'd always, always be mine. She came into my bedroom, looked around, and I chose her just deserves to be up to the way, and that's what happened. Well, I should have said, bloody iron, loaded up, kick it, bloody iron, loaded up, bloody iron, loaded up, kick it, bloody iron, loaded up. Her face was cold, she could be beside me. I said I blew up, last time I set free. My parents said she had to go, and I smell I just don't know. And every time I looked into her eyes, let the push back, push back, load of fries. My parents said I'm not right, but I was at the, no, it was a bloody night, bloody night, loaded up.
From a distant thunder, big ships off the horizon.
Well, man, I want to know where the time goes.
Yeah, we are really close approaching the end.
Yeah, we're at the 90-minute mark here.
Yeah, but we just had a burner of a set there.
Man, that thing was on fire. We kicked it off with the holophonics.
Yeah, that was This Is Halloween, which is from The Nightmare Before Christmas, which was written by Danny Elfman, the song, not the movie.
You know, I never saw The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm a little bit surprised because you're the one with kids.
And I love Halloween.
Yeah.
But
and it's a great fun movie. You would probably actually enjoy it, Phil.
But you know, I'm not a real big movie guy. I'm like a music guy.
Right, yeah. You gotta sit down and dedicate time to stare at a screen as opposed to having music on. You can do like 10 other things while you're listening to it.
Right.
Which is why I listen to records a lot, because like I throw on a record, I can read, write, draw, whatever, text people, whatever I want to do.
And depending on what you're listening to, you get anywhere from 12 minutes to 45 minutes.
Exactly.
If you listen to the hardcore side, you know, you got, 4.5 seconds.
Right, exactly.
Oh shit, I gotta flip the record. So, I guess the next track, though, was Stop the Presses with Dead Man's Party. And that was, you said, another Danny Elfman song.
Right. Well, that was Oingo Boingo.
Yes.
Which was the band that Danny Elfman was in.
Right.
And I really liked that cover. It was a really... Okay, Oingo Boingo has a little bit of a ska feel itself.
Yeah, because we were mulling over whether or not to put Oingo Boingo on here. But you know what? Stop the Presses is good because I'm going to go see them Sunday night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're playing with the Pilfers at the Stanhope House.
Nice.
Yep.
I cannot get to that one, but that's like sounds like a great show.
I'm looking forward to it because Stop the Presses is a new band to me, and I've been dying to see the Pilfers for the better part of 2 decades.
Right. Well, I got to see the Pilfers at the This Is Croydon Fest this year, and they did mention that they have a new album on the way, so that should be interesting.
And apparently, Cooley has a solo album coming out too. So
right.
Yeah, I hope they're both on sale too.
That would be rad.
Then we had the Strange Tenants with Teenage Zombie.
Yeah, know much about that band, but that was a good tune. And
then, of course, the Agrolites, because I like the Agrolites probably equally as much as I like the Slackers. The name of that song was Gravedigger, by the way.
Yeah, I can't argue there. Agrolites are really a great band. I really hope I get to see them again.
I hope they show up at the Supernova Ska Festival.
That would be outstanding.
I mean, Roger's going to be there doing the DJ thing.
Right, exactly. You can just get a couple more members. You could do Agro Light Lights or something. I don't know.
We could do the Agro Very Lights.
Yeah.
Then we had another Strange Tenant song, Killer Zombies. Both of those were requests. I might add to that.
Right.
And I think I really like the Strange Tenants. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Then we had the Independents with Bloody Night, Bloody Knife.
And we had a couple people request that. One of them is my buddy Kev, who I do the beer podcast with. He's like, you have to get these guys on that podcast for the Halloween episode. And I'm like, we're on it. And it turned out we already had it on there from a previous request.
That's it. Hey, cheers to you, Kev. Thanks for putting the request in, though, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to request some stout the next time you do a beer podcast.
We could do that.
And I want to be there to drink it.
We can also do that.
Then after that, we had 4 Aspirin Morning, which is probably what I would have if I ever showed up for one of your beer podcasts.
Possibly.
That was the Cemetery song.
Yep, that was a good tune.
And we closed it out with the Immortal Mephistopheles, because they're from hell.
Yes. Well, New Jersey, but close.
And the name of that song was Doomsday.
Yeah. And James Radigan, my buddy, was one of the people who requested that. I'm sure a couple of people requested that because, Mephistopheles, Halloween, they just kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Our non-US listeners, like, just insert whatever,
They kind of go together like toast and Vegemite.
Yeah, there you go. Which one's Marmite? Is that the Australians or is Vegemite the Australians? I can't keep track.
Vegemite's Australia.
All right.
I keep getting threats that I'm going to receive Vegemite in the mail.
I've had it in the past. I was not a fan.
I understand you got to put it on toast with butter.
Right. I've had it in the past. I wasn't a fan. I have a couple, one of my friends is Australian.
Nice.
And he offered it once and I was like, I'll try it. And I was like, yeah, I can't do this. This flavor is just too different from what I'm used to.
I got some sweet treats from Australia a couple months back and those were friggin' spot on, man.
Were they?
Yeah, but I'm a fat bastard, so I got to watch myself. Maybe once I lose some more weight, I can get some more and then I'll share them. Maybe.
Yeah.
But, I guess it's time for some more music. It's the last set here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So,
That's a good one, too.
To all you lazy buggers, tie your dancing shoes up tight and get ready to do your thing, because coming up for you next is a track by the Upsetters. And we'll be back, take you out shortly.
comes to settle the score. Grab the cross and hold it tight, as your nightmares come alive tonight. The Holy Wolf, he won't bend, the understock until the end. Another night for you to pray, to get to live another day. I'll be your kryptonite. I'll be your kryptonite. I'll be your kryptonite.
the Duke of Draculska puts on the vampire heavy beat, the beat of Draculska. They get to dance, then start shaking dance in a state of trance. Got to dance, then start shaking dance, dance the night away. Dance the night away. They got to dance all night. Dance the night away. Away, 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 away. Dance the night away. They got to dance all night. Dance the night away. Away, 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 away. And daily after midnight, in the shimmering light, you see the rude boys coming out of the coffins inside. They got to dance, then start shaking dance in a state of trance. Got to dance, then start shaking dance, dance the night away. Dance the night away. They got to dance all night. Dance the night away. Away, 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 away. Dance the night away. They got to dance all night. Dance the night away. Away. Dance the night away. They got to dance all night. Dance the night away. Away. Dance the night away. They get to dance all night. Dance the night away. Away. Look, the sun is coming out.
There's no name. Stop the shadows as night falls slowly. A sick twisted game in the making. Gonna slash you up beyond recognition. Fading now. Feel his hands as they muffle your screams. Frozen stiff where you stand, faceless man. Vital torture. Feel his breath on your neck and the knife in his hand. Feel the blade deep inside. Pulls it out, then across your throat slowly. Your flesh opens wide. Crimson raining as he slashes you beyond recognition. Fading slow, bleeding fast. Rips your fucking heart out. Hear no sound as he laughs. That's it. Life is taken, then disappears into the darkness with your blood on his hands.
In the shadows late at night, under stairs and out of sight, wherever you are, he will be. Inspector Martin, you won't see. He's got the rats on the underground. There is no drama, he's safe and sound. As for the cops, well, they won't mess with that cool guy with the scar on his chest. Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin. Now there's a hold up, what can we do? Inspector Martin, we're calling on you. Comes out of bed, puts on his gun, fires up the stars, got no time for fun. He's got a feeling there's something wrong. Burglar alarm is playing the song. A gun goes off, he's shot in the chest, but that cool guy's got a bulletproof vest. Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin. Stairs and out of sight, wherever you are, he will be. Inspector Martins, you won't see. He's got the rats on the underground. There is no drama, he's safe and sound. As for the cops, well, they won't mess with that cool guy with the scar on his chest. Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin, Inspector Martin.
You're listening to Boot Boy Radio. Pride, style, and unity since 1969.
Well, my friends, that brings us to the end of another fantabulous episode of Rocksteady Tonight. I'd like to thank you all for joining Rick and myself. We appreciated you hanging out with us on our sick day.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It was a good sick day.
It was an excellent sick day. I should take more sick days.
Some ska music, some Guinness.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any more sick than that.
Yeah. I feel a fever for ska.
That's right. So that set kicked off with a track by the Upsetters. Name of that tune was Dracula, which happens to be one of my favorite books.
Yeah. And as I mentioned to you when we were listening to it, that is basically note for note instrumentally the same as Bob Marley's Mr. Brown.
Which is cool, man, because Bob Marley stealing music from the Upsetters?
Or the Upsetter stole from him. I don't know. Someone enlighten us who stole it first.
The chicken or the egg.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing with the Jamaican copyright law was real loose back then. So, like, you could just take someone's song and just put new words over it.
Well, I mean, inevitably, they kind of stole everything from, like, American R&B and blues and jazz and everything else anyhow, so...
Well, yeah, that's where they got a lot of the inspiration from.
But you know what?
I'm going to be nicer. I'm going to say inspiration. I'm not going to say he stole it.
I'm going to just say they made it better.
Well, yeah.
They reinvented it into something that was outstanding.
Right. They took it and made it their own and came out with an original sound.
And, I'm not going to fault anybody for that. After that, we had Creep Tonight by the Voodoo Glow Skulls, The Gadgets with Corpse I Fell in Love With. You know, I don't know a lot about the Gadgets, but the more I hear about them, the more I like them, because they've been around for like ever.
Really?
Yeah. I think they were like originally on Hellcat Records.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I thought they were newer for some reason.
No, they've been around for quite a while, man. And
shows what I know.
I only heard what was on comms, so I've never actually invested any time in checking out the Gadgets.
Gotcha.
But every time I hear a song by them, I like it. So I'm going to have to probably get off my rump and listen to something. Mm-hmm. Next tune is by Yellow Umbrella. That was Dracula Ska. Then we had Inspector 7 with Beyond Recognition. That was one of your tracks. You said it was about a serial killer?
Yes. If you listen to it, it's about a killer who is going to kill somebody and cut them up and beat them beyond recognition.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, straight out of Asbury Park, you know, type of situation. Back when Asbury Park was actually dangerous.
Yeah, instead of like a multi-billion-dollar resort now.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, it's still kind of fun to go to. So
exactly.
Then we had Scalloween by the Scotlights, and then we close that set of tunes out with a track by the Fun Addicts. The name of the song was Inspector Martins. That was a request. If you can tell me that it was a Halloween song, I would appreciate it, because it just sounds like it's about a detective who has a bulletproof vest, which I mean can be kind of scary.
Yeah.
Especially.
I mean, it was a fun song, but like I was trying to really find out what the Halloween connection was.
Yeah. But you know, maybe that was our trick.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there you go. I did not even consider it. That was the trick instead of the treat.
So I guess that brings us officially to the end of the show.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody, though, for hanging out. I want to thank Rick for coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun to have him here when I do these shows. They start off our shows, and when we got on Boot Boy Radio, Rick couldn't always come out, so it's like, I thought it was an awesome opportunity, so I wing him out on my own whenever I need to. But when we get together, it's a good time, and we drink beer, and we listen to music.
Yep. You can't ask for more than that.
And we talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But everybody, until next time, take care of yourselves, you take care of one another, and don't be shy to each other. And we got one last track to take you out with it being Halloween. This is either a trick or a treat. This is Nancy Vandal. The name of the song is Moo Over Satan. I hear it's a punk rock song, but I also hear it's got horns in it. So, whoever suggested it, thank you very much, and have a happy Halloween, everybody.
Later.
Judges time again, and the place is a mess. Hey! You know, such a time is up, there's problems to address, and yeah! Sorry for you, that's a blue don't take time. Time to tell me so much, I'm like, what am I about? Move over Satan, we're running the show now. No one is scared of coming here no more.